Hi everyone, my name is Len and I'm a Distrohopper. Welcome to the Drunk Linux User. I'm Len, I am the Drunk Linux User. And I'm also becoming a part of the Distrohoppers Anonymous group. I started off a long time ago. Well, long time for me anyway. It was about 7 years ago, maybe a little bit longer actually. I was just sick and tired of using Windows and having it crash, lock up, slow down, all that crap. And then I heard about Ubuntu. Wow, Ubuntu. Man, that was like a breath of fresh air. If I remember right, I think I started off with Ubuntu 9 point something or another, maybe 9.04. And then I went to 9.10, 10.04, and I kept going. And then Ubuntu changed away from Unity, and I thought, my God, what am I going to do? I don't like GNOME 3. But Ubuntu has other flavors. So I tried Kubuntu, Lubuntu, Ubuntu Budgie, Mate, Ubuntu Studio, Xubuntu. Nothing satisfied me. So I tried KDE Neon. KDE Neon is very good. Very good. But things kept breaking on me all the time. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll just find something else. I heard about Linux Mint. Oh my gosh, Linux Mint. Really, really nice. Very stable. A little slow and a little bit heavy on my old laptop, but it worked. Then I tried Elementary OS. And Elementary OS, man, I don't know. There's just something about it. I couldn't get my workflow to work. It wouldn't flow. And there's only so much you can do with it as far as customizing. And for me, customization was the thing. So then I went to Solas because I kept hearing, Budgie's cool, Budgie's great, Budgie is cool, Budgie is great. But I really didn't find much difference between that and, say, GNOME. Alright, so I hear about something new called Arch and a derivative called Manjaro. And I tried Manjaro. I tried GNOME. I tried KDE. I tried XFCE. And it works for about 3-4 weeks, and then there's a big update, and then all of a sudden, I've got nothing. So what did I do? I tried something called Antergos. It's not around anymore, but some other people picked it up, and they call it Endeavor OS. And Endeavor OS is a really unique and wonderful way of trying Arch out on your system. It is really good. And if I were to change from what I'm doing right now, I'd probably go back to this. I've tried different desktop environments. I've tried GNOME. I've tried Ubuntu Unity. I've tried XFCE. I've tried Plasma from KDE. I've tried Linux Mint Cinnamon. I've even tried Mate. What I ended up with was Pop! OS. Now, why did that happen? And why has it been 4 whole days since I haven't put a new distribution on my computer? Well, I kind of did it to myself, actually. I added a new graphics card. It's from NVIDIA. NVIDIA is not exactly the coolest thing to run with Linux, so I kept trying to go back to all these other distributions to try to see what's going to work with NVIDIA. None of them really worked out great. Endeavor OS was about the closest thing I could come to, but even so, just a little bit of hesitation along the way, and a little bit of screen tearing. Went back to Pop! OS, installed it with the NVIDIA drivers. Everything works and goes smooth. And then what do? I go in and I learn more about GNOME. Now, I'm not a fanboy. I'm not somebody who's just going to sit here and proselytize to the great GNOME gods. But what I am going to say is, this works for me. And what I found and what I came to the realization is that I just like to try something new. I wasn't even interested in trying to make sure that I had a great working system. Well, I did, but what can I do to it? How can I tweak it? How can I make it look really, really cool? Just kind of like show off, if nothing else, to myself. Wow, deep emotional issues, right? Well, I think what I've learned through all of this is that if you find something that works, you're comfortable with it, you can make it the way you want it for your point of view, from left to right. For me, this way. What am I doing playing around with stuff? Use something that works, something stable, something I feel comfortable with, something that I can actually do work on instead of just play with. There was a time when I was thinking, man, think about all the hours running into days where I have screwed around trying different distributions, just trying to find the right, wonderful, coolest, neatest, snazziest, spiffiest, insert your adjective here, distribution. And then I thought, no, I can't look at it that way. I learned a lot about Linux, enough that I wanted to start my own little show. Now, this little show is not for the advanced or even the advanced intermediates. They know more than I do. But I know enough to get a good desktop environment, a good distribution, and get it working the way I like it. Was it a huge waste of time? No. I did waste some time, though. I was playing. I was having fun. I was trying this and trying that and getting frustrated here and there. But, in the long run, I think that I came out ahead. Does everybody have time for this kind of thing? No. I just happened to have been fortunate enough that I could actually do this, and I had a family that was willing to let me. And I think that is a big thing right there. If you're having problems trying to find a distribution because either it's equipment, workflow, performance, whatever, I'm going to suggest, and this is the only link I'm going to put up today. It's a subreddit called Distrohopping, and go through the questions, go through the answers, and see if maybe you can avoid a lot of grief and hesitation and test and trial and error and all that other good stuff by finding out what other people are doing. And look at their questions and look at the answers provided by the people on Reddit. Another thing you can do is go on YouTube. There are so many different channels talking about so many different distributions. I'll tell you what, going through all that could lead a guy to drink. So let's go ahead and leave this with our words of wisdom. Don't drive drunk. Don't drink and drive. Don't go to eBay or Amazon or use MS Head Shopping all buzzed up thinking that you're going to buy the latest, greatest, coolest stuff, because you're probably not. In the meantime, bottoms up and later, dudes.